The great George Benson. Give me the night. If you missed any of the show, it will be available, of course, on the wonderful BBC Sounds app. And I'm going to be back with you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. In a moment, it's Gary Davis. I'm going to get in the car and listen to Gary on the way home. And, of course, look forward to your company tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. We got some really great music, your choice. Somebody's going to win that gold medallion. From me, Tony Blackburn, thanks for listening. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM. Bye-bye.
BBC News at 8 o'clock. This is Justine Green. Boris Johnson has visited Ukraine's capital Kyiv to have talks with the President Volodymyr Zelensky. The Prime Minister offered British help in training Ukraine's forces. He offered a scheme which could train up to 10,000 soldiers in 120 days and pledged to provide extra equipment to help in the war against Russia. A former soldier has been found guilty of murdering his neighbours in a dispute about parking. Colin Reeves, who's 35, attacked Stephen and Jennifer Chappell inside their home in Somerset with a ceremonial dagger while their children slept upstairs. Detective Inspector Neil Mead from Avon and Somerset Police said it was a brutal attack.
Jennifer and Stephen both suffered 6 stab wounds around the upper body. Both ultimately caused their deaths, and we believe all those injuries were inflicted whilst they were in their own living room. The speed of the attack and the injuries he caused to Stephen and Jennifer Chappell was at the extreme end of the scale that I've seen whilst investigating murders.
The latest figures suggest COVID-19 cases in the UK have risen, with around 1 in 45 people infected with the virus. It's thought that COVID rates spiked by 43% in a week. The Office for National Statistics estimates around 1.4 million people with the virus in the week ending the 11th of June, which includes most of the Platinum Jubilee holiday. Professor Azra Ghani is an epidemiologist at Imperial College London. She says the spike could be due to new subvariants of the virus.
Even in those who've had a previous Omicron infection, it is quite possible that you can get reinfected. And in particular, we have this BA4, BA5 subvariants circulating now. They're quite different from the original Omicron variant, and therefore they are able to evade your past immunity.
The Home Secretary Priti Patel has signed an order to extradite the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to the United States. He's wanted in America for leaking documents which authorities say broke the law and endangered lives. Mr. Assange is currently being held at Belmarsh Prison in London after mounting a lengthy battle to avoid extradition. Rebecca Vincent is from Reporters Without Borders and has been campaigning for Mr. Assange's release.
If he is extradited and faces trial in the US, he will be the first publisher to be pursued in this way under the Espionage Act, which lacks a public interest defence. So he will be unable to defend himself adequately, as would any other journalist, publisher or source that could also be